Duval County parents, right now the district is asking you to complete a federal impact aid survey. It's important for parents to fill this out because it helps schools get reimbursed by the federal government for textbooks, school supplies, and personnel. The district is eligible to receive millions of dollars. The problem is not enough parents are filling out this form and sending it back to school. Jacqueline Kelley is the Duval County Director of Federal Programs and Recruitment for the district, joining us via Zoom this morning. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
Would you explain this program and its significance to the district?
So the Federal Impact Aid Program is a grant program that the government helps districts who are financially impacted by the amount of federal property that is not contributing to the local funding for school districts.
So it's interesting because many people end up believing, someone from your office comes on every year and we try to explain this to viewers. And at the end of the day, many of them tend to think that for whatever reason, they don't have to fill out this survey because it doesn't apply to them. So I want to break down the myths about the surveys, if you don't mind, so that we can better understand the importance of it to students. So myth one is that this federal impact aid only applies to active duty military personnel, which is not true.
No, that is definitely not true. This impact survey actually applies to parents who live on any type of federal government property, if they are working on a federal-owned property or facility, as well as if they're living on government-assisted housing.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because I want to make sure no one missed that. It's not just if you live on, but if you work on a government facility as well, which leads us to the second myth. The only federal property we have in Duval County are the two major Navy bases. Again, something that is not true.
Absolutely. I think that families would be shocked about how many federal installations that we do have, from FBI, Department of Treasury, Homeland Security, the Labor Justice Department. We are actually one of the larger districts that are very impacted by federal property.
Right. So if that applies to you and you work in any of those locations and you have a child in the Duval County public school system, you need to fill out the form. I just want to make it very clear. Let's get to myth number 3, if we could, Ms. Kelley. So another one is that people work on the military installation or in a federal building, as you just described, but they're not a member of the military. So then FIA does not apply to them or their child. Again, not true.
No, it's not true. If you are a parent with school-age children and you work on any of those installations, it applies to you, and we really need you to complete the survey.
So I think that people get concerned perhaps when they receive a survey. There are so many nowadays, these scams that are going on and asking for information, and they're worried that for some reason, if they fill this out, that some of that personal information can be used, nefariously or whatever else. Could you explain what happens once that is filled out by a parent?
Okay. So this year we are participating in an electronic pilot. So unlike the former paper form, which we still have available, parents can actually go online and complete the survey. The information that they're providing is really just for us to verify that their child who is enrolled with us is a federally impacted student. All of the information that is still protected up under all federal and state protection laws for that information, but your information actually goes nowhere. It helps us to actually calculate a number that is then submitted to the government for approval.
So we are showing, while you're talking, the website where people can go through their child's Focus account to fill that out. Sometimes taking that extra step to do that is a little difficult. Is the district this year, I remember when my kids were in public school, that they would receive that survey in their backpack. Is the district still sending those out, or is it only online now?
So we're not relying so much this year on the Backpack Express, as we call it, when we used to send them home. And that's really just due to the contact with the paper. But we've moved to the electronic one because it really does streamline the process. The initial question will help you identify whether you're eligible to continue the survey, and it'll exit if you don't. But if you still need paper, because we still support families who don't have the easeability of access to the survey online, you can contact our offices at 4-390-2221, and we will get a paper copy to you. But like I said, we wanted to make sure that you can do it on your cell phone or at any computer, and it takes less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, please take the time to fill that out. You're not asking for a lot of information. You don't have to have all this information with you that you have to collect to fill it out. It's very easy. I remember filling it out for many years with my kids. Jacqueline, thank you for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
And thank you so much.
The deadline